Less marketing for VRBO meant less use of VRBO. It meant less revenues and less domestic bookings. The result was a degradation in what they might have hoped for this business. Welcome to the Drill Down Earnings with the latest look at earnings from Expedia. I'm Cory Johnson, the Chief Market Strategist for Futurum. And look, these earnings were kind of okay, but not as strong as they could have been after the fourth quarter. I don't know if we can call it a miss or a beat, but it certainly was a miss on the top line from what Wall Street was looking at. So we'll call it a miss, but let's understand the business a little bit better. We can do that. So when we look at the revenues for this company, for Expedia, they were a little bit better, kind of in line, $2.9 billion. But when you break down a lot of their little businesses, especially advertising, not doing great, 27% below what the estimates were. But maybe more importantly, when you dig deeper, you see that a lot of the booking numbers just weren't strong in the fourth quarter. And you see the CEO suddenly resigning at 56 years of age. Yeah, a little bit of a surprise there when Peter Kern steps away, announcing in a surprise that after 4 years, he is out. And gross bookings for the quarter of $21.7 billion, not super strong. The result was, well, let's look at the stock chart. Stock sold off big after hours. And again, when the numbers aren't super strong and the CEO is stepping away, maybe there's some degradation in the business. Now, when asked about what was going on, and particularly with the VRBO business, there was expected to be a big turnaround of VRBO. They made a lot of changes in the app and how it worked, but those changes came so late in the quarter. Outgoing CEO Peter Kern said that there was no sense putting a lot of marketing dollars into this product when it was just hitting the market. Less marketing for VRBO meant less use of VRBO. It meant less revenues and less domestic bookings. The result was a degradation in what they might have hoped for this business. Here's outgoing CEO Peter Kern.
I'd say that degradation was broadly in line with, or slightly better than what we hoped, but it was still there. And when you're doing that, you obviously are not investing as heavily in terms of marketing because you're marketing people into a less converting product. So you kind of tend to back off on that spend because the spend becomes less efficient. As you now get to a place where the product is ramping back up very quickly and we've clawed back much of the conversion, which is, I think, the green shoots you're referring to. So we're actually gaining much faster than, at least in my tenure, I've ever seen us gain back in terms of one of these transitions. And the product is basically virtually back to the same levels of conversion. Now we can push back in and spend again.
So the new CEO is going to come in and spend some money on VRBO, maybe get the marketing dollars spent and get the revenues up for that business. But right now we're looking at results where they're just not too strong. The stock responding in kind. All right, what does it all mean? The big drill down earnings takeaway, and what's one number that tells us a whole lot about Expedia? We'll have that right after this.
The Drill Down is brought to you by Futurum Group, where analysts, researchers, advisors, content creators, and marketing experts help business leaders anticipate and understand shifts in their industries and build strategies to leverage disruptive innovation. With deep analysis, Futurum Group's extensive industry experience delivers reliable research and data, thought leadership, and actionable advice to help you with your strategy and go-to-market efforts. Futurum Group.
All right, here's your drill down earnings takeaway on everything you need to know in 1 minute about Expedia. So Expedia reports the quarter. They've got revenues that are up about 11%, 10 or 11%. That's pretty good. But domestic bookings in the United States were down, and that's not good, especially in the fourth quarter when you'd expect a travel site to have its act together. All right, I promise you, the drill down earnings bite. One number that means a whole lot. I've got that. When you look at how this business is doing for the full year, both domestically and internationally, look, it's good. Booked room nights were up 12% to, here's the number, 350.9 million rooms booked on Expedia in the last year. That's just good. All right, thanks for listening to Drill Down Earnings. I'm Cory Johnson. Quick earning takes on Instagram and TikTok at Drill Down Pod. Robust earning takes on YouTube at the Futurum Group. Follow me at X at Cory TV. You can follow, like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you. Drill Down Earnings, part of the 6-5 Media Group.